Welcome to the Champagne Way,
a podcast devoted to living every day like a celebration. Welcome to the Champagne Way, episode 28.
Oh.
What is in our cups this week, Lindsay?
Okay, so this week we're drinking Dark Horse, which is considered a sparkling wine since it's from California. Mm-hmm. And it's for the dark horse in all of us.
Oh, okay. Bringing out your Katy Perry side, or
yeah, it's a dry style with hints of citrus, enhanced by soft bubbles, not to be confused with hard bubbles.
Okay.
And a refined, subtle finish that is sure to defy expectations.
Oh.
So is it defying our expectations?
After hearing the description of it, I mean, it kind of meets what I expected from the description, just because it is very tart in a way. So, I mean, it having citrus notes to it or whatever, it just makes me think that's where the tartness comes from.
Yes.
So, what are y'all's thoughts?
I like it. I think it's good crisp. It's not too sweet. Mm-hmm. That's what I look for in a brute.
Yeah, it's a pretty good brute. Mm-hmm.
It's refreshing. I'll say that.
I will say, I feel like I could definitely mix this with some gin and some lime juice or something like that.
Now, this would be a good cocktail making champagne.
Yeah, that's what just because of the citrus and everything, I feel like that would balance very well with some cocktail stuff.
So we're starting a new category of our favorite champagne, sparkling wines, Prosecco's, et cetera, for our lovely bubblies, which is the category of things that we would suggest. Would you add this to that category?
I would. I'd give this a lovely bubbly approval.
Yeah, I would too.
Right. Well, everyone, this is Dark Horse. Again, you can find it at your local liquor store or grocery store.
Yeah.
Depending on where you live.
Yeah.
And now we bought this today on it's a monumental day for Tennessee.
Yes.
So, monumental for people like us. So, talk about the greatness of this day and why it was wonderful that we could buy this today.
It's a great day in Tennessee because as we are recording today, we went and bought champagne, and it is a Sunday. It's a Sunday, guys.
It is a Sunday.
And it is the first day ever in Tennessee as a Sunday that we could buy wine and or champagne in the grocery store on a Sunday.
It's exciting, guys.
Yes. And let us tell you how backwards we were, because I think in July 1st maybe was the first time you could buy any type of wine in a grocery store.
Yeah. So it's I know we talked about that last year on the podcast. Wow. Hold on. That was the first time I got to say last year on the podcast. That's exciting. But yeah, we talked about that and how it was so weird because in Tennessee you couldn't even buy wine in a grocery store any day of the week, any time of the week. It just was only sold at liquor stores. So
now it was sold for the last 6 months in the liquor stores on Sundays between 12 and 6. Now you can buy it at the grocery store.
That is right. Exciting.
Moving on up.
Yes. To
the 21st century.
I know.
Moving on up.
And we actually bought it not just because we wanted to, but because we actually needed it to drink while we recorded this podcast.
And because we could.
And because we could, but I needed it to for this podcast, and because I have another event I'm going to this evening that requires champagne, and it was just very exciting.
I know that used to be the worst. It's if a holiday or something, big day landed on a Sunday, and then you realize, oh my gosh, I forgot to go to the store and I forgot to get this. It's yeah. I mean, maybe it's not really teaching us to be prepared, but it is kind of nice out of convenience to be able to do this now.
It's a nice convenient thing.
So.
Yes. So guys, champagne shout outs. Now, if you are a first time listener or if you just need a reminder, champagne shout outs, that is when you want to toast someone in your life because they have done something awesome for you, or you just want to give them a feel good shout out on the podcast. That is something that you can DM us about on Facebook or Instagram, or you can submit on the website. So please do that any time, and we will talk about it on an upcoming podcast episode.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we love to hear from you guys, so feel free to do that anytime.
Alrighty, guys. It's the new year. And
2019.
that's right.
Weird.
What?
And this is the time for New Year's resolutions. I know I've kind of got a couple of resolutions, but we're going to get to those a little bit later. I thought it'd be kind of fun for you guys to hear some of the best and funniest tweets about the New Year's resolutions.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to see y'all's like reactions to these. So our wonderful producer sent us this article, which I read it instantly and like started dying laughing. So I'm hoping y'all haven't read these yet, just so that you can kind of get these reactions.
I don't know.
But so here's the first one. My resolution for 2019 is to eat less spiders in my sleep.
That's legit.
I think
That's legit.
Every person's.
I mean,
Like ever.
I mean, like, but how do you do? Do you just try to like tape your mouth shut at night, or
Yes.
what do you do?
I
Your
mean, I
mouth and
guess.
nose. You tape it shut, and then you won't eat any spiders.
Can you even like have any control over that? You
No.
know, or count unless you record yourself sleeping. That's just creepy.
Ew.
I love this one. My New Year's resolution is to keep kicking ass and taking names because detailed record keeping is important.
So true.
You better write those down. That's right.
Yeah, write it all down. You don't ever know.
How about this one? Still rocking out my only successful New Year's resolution, now over 3 years old. When I wake up in the night and need to go to the bathroom, I got to do it right away. No dawdling and wondering if I really needed to. And this has brought me a lot of satisfaction.
Okay, I need to do this.
Oh, me too.
So
Do you wet yourself often in your sleep?
No, but do you ever wake up and I'm like, I have to pee, and then I'm like, but maybe can I wait? Can I go back to sleep?
yes, and it's so much harder to keep it in if you've had a baby.
Oh,
So,
I haven't experienced this
but
part.
I'll like wake up at 4 and be like, you know what? I think I can make it till I have to wake up like at 6:30 or 7. But then you don't, and then you wake up at 6, and you're like, okay, I have to go. So then you only have 30 minutes of sleep, and you can't really get to sleep. So it's just like, it's just a waste.
So are you saying you should definitely, when you first initially wake up, you need to pee so that then you can go back and have better, like a little bit longer sleep?
Yes,
Okay.
or put in a catheter.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds complicated. All right.
not.
So this one is just so wrong. So I gotta read this one. It's so wrong. I feel like this is like bad karma for this dude. From at Matt V. Brady on Twitter. He wrote, looking forward to ruining New Year's Eve by telling everyone my resolution is to not have any of my parents die. WTF, dude. That's not okay to say to people. He's like, I'm going to be the bummer on New Year's Eve and tell everyone that's my resolution. Like,
I
that's
think
just,
it's funny, but maybe because I'm morbid.
I feel like that's wrong. I feel like that's bad karma out there. Like, you should knock on some wood and...
I don't really know where he's going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get it.
All right. Well,
I get it.
This one's from Megan at Megan. My resolution for 2019 is to do so much yoga that my friends start to hate me for it.
That's great.
I love that one. I'm like, I need that. I'm going to adopt that as my own resolution.
I'm going to modify it to be goat yoga.
Go yoga.
Go yoga.
I'm just going to say working out just in general. I'm going to do so much working out that my friends will actually hate me.
Can you just continue to post like pictures of your pre-workout powder that everybody posts?
Oh, see, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be hated because I'm that person who posts like 500 gym like selfies and like workout videos, because I feel like those are annoying. Like they're kind of like, I want to cheer you on at first, and like every once in a while I want an update because you're kicking ass, but like I don't want an everyday video or 10 or 20 videos of you working out for the rest of my life. I feel like
Trina's
that's a bit
new
much.
hashtag is hashtag don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Also, instead of goat yoga, we have a lot of cats.
Oh, cat yoga.
Can we just do cat yoga?
No, I'm allergic.
I would love to do cat yoga.
Trina and I
I feel like we could do that
They
here.
don't climb on you like goats do.
My cat champagne cafe or whatever can actually become
double as a cat yoga
facility as well.
Fine, $10
Champagne
a person.
Cat Cafe. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Wow, I said that all
$10
out
a
of
person
order.
to get in.
But it can double as a cat yoga studio. And then you can drink champagne as you cool off from your yoga
$20
workout.
if you want both the Cat Cafe and yoga.
There you go. We'll start charging for this.
Done.
I love this one. It doesn't really apply for any of us because none of us are single. But for all the single people out there, this person wrote, my only resolution for 2019, to stop dating men who have the emotional intelligence of a baked potato.
I think, no, we can relate though. We're all with somebody whose
Can you relate?
emotional intelligence is the equivalent of a baked potato.
Sometimes baked potatoes are hot and fluffy
I still don't think that helps the cause.
and cheesy.
Here's another one I feel like is really, really good. This one's from Miss May N. She says, I kept last year's resolutions. 1, don't get pregnant. 2, always return my shopping cart. They're the same every year.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I feel like everyone should have that resolution to return their shopping cart because that's really annoying when they leave them in the parking lot, like next to your car.
It is.
I'm down with those resolutions right there.
Yeah, I love the fact that there's so many of these things that are just like, they're easy. I mean, these are obviously like funny tweets about resolutions, but they are actually like, some of them are really good. Like, you should always return your cart. Like, don't be lazy. Do that.
That's a good person.
But it's also like it's a little thing that's easy for someone to maintain for a full year.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. If
No.
you give up on that, like by the day 2 of the year, you're a bad person.
You are
I
a bad
have a baby and I have to figure out how to return the shopping cart. If I can do it, you can do it. Random person.
Yeah.
That's right. Alrighty, so I'm going to skip over to another one since we're actually talking about New Year's resolutions. What do y'all think the 10 most common New Year's resolutions are?
Oh, like to get in shape or lose weight.
Yeah. That's like has to be like number 1.
Okay. Well, that's number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is exercise more, and number 2 is to lose weight.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right. What else?
Like
Let's see if y'all can guess this whole list.
make more money / change jobs.
Yep, that's one of them. Save more money and spend less money is number 6 on the list.
Get in a relationship. Is that one?
Surprisingly, that's not one.
Really? Like a relationship one is not one?
Although, random fact, Marshall and I were listening to the news earlier and they were talking about how there's like a weird thing with January. So the first week of January is the most signups for dating websites. Which
really?
Which you think that'd be in the top 10 of like New Year's resolutions.
Get
but
your life together,
you know,
etc.
it's not really a resolution necessarily, but that for a lot of people, it's just about like, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to find someone. So it's like a surge in all of the online dating platforms and signups.
Yeah.
However, the month of January has the record high of breakups.
Oh.
Womp,
The most people
womp.
break up in the
yes.
month of January. I'm like, how does that make sense?
Oh, I know.
Oh, all right. What's your thoughts on
Because
that?
before I took my new job, I did divorce law a lot. So you don't want to break up or divorce or separate through the holidays, right? Christmas, kids, whatever. So you wait till right after. Then you're single and you're like, heck yeah, I'm going to sign up on these dating websites because I'm finally single, even though I've been thinking about it for 5 months.
So it's maybe single and in shape by summertime is the New Year's resolution.
Yeah. The only thing people ever care is about summertime. I mean, otherwise, just let us be fat and fluffy.
That's a true point.
Yeah.
But I thought that was very interesting when they were talking about that. It's like the highest like breakup
Also-
and divorce month, but it's the lowest. But it's
January.
also the number of people that go on dating sites.
But I guess that makes
People
sense.
murder people the most in January as well because it's after the holidays.
Oh my God.
I figured that we murder the most people like around the holidays. When you
hold
talk about
tight
like the
till right
stress-
after.
till right after, and then is it like you were so frustrated with them around the holidays, it's time to kill them?
Or maybe people get the bills and stuff like that.
Or
and people,
and it's winter blues.
winter blues are the worst.
Well, we
know
got real morbid really quickly.
They know
in this.
Santa's watching. And then, if you do something in January, it doesn't really count for the next Christmas. So you can murder all the people you want, and then Santa will forget about it
By
next
December?
I got it.
Okay. I love your rationale on this.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's
lawyer
go back to
Lindsay.
like the back on a positive note. Let's go back to the rest of the 10 most common resolutions, you guys.
Okay.
All right, so we talked about exercise more and lose weight were the first 2.
Oh, be
Money.
more organized.
Oh,
Number
yes.
3, or more organized. That's right.
Yes.
All right. Then there was save more money, spend less.
I got one.
Love was not one of them, but then what's your next guess?
Drink more champagne.
That's your resolution. That's all of our resolutions.
Well, okay.
actually.
Can I ask? Is eating better? Is that classified as like losing weight? Is that?
I I think so, because surprisingly, like I figured just straight up get healthy would be one of the top 10, but it's not. No, it's like specifically exercise, lose weight, but they don't say eat better.
Okay, so get organized. We said that.
Yep.
Save money or make more money, right?
Yep.
We said that. Okay. Travel? Is travel in there?
Travel more. That
Travel
was
more.
number 9 on the list.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Travel more.
So I feel like that's a good one. I feel like a lot of people are usually like, I want to travel more, especially if they see people posting pictures after the holidays.
For sure.
Like all about the travel.
Okay, got it.
What else? I feel like one for you, Jess. There's I feel like this would be your resolution like every year.
Every year, read more?
Yeah.
Because that is actually one of mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's like a like one that's a common one for a lot of people. I guess it makes sense. If you're not a reader, you're probably like, who wants to read
But
more?
that's like encouraging that is in the top 10.
good.
That was top
actually.
10.
That's
Mine too.
very encouraging.
But I like do audiobooks.
Yeah, I'm more of an audiobook, but I think I had that as my resolution a few years ago, and ever since then, I feel like I've been at a really good level of reading.
Good. That's
know?
very encouraging. Okay. Okay.
What else?
Cook more? Bake more?
No, I mean, so that kind of goes into one that
Just like,
might be could you be used. So number 4 on the list is to learn a new skill or hobby.
oh, okay.
So although there's a lot of hobbies out there, there's also a lot of people who are like, I'm going to learn to cook in the new year, or I'm going to learn to be healthier in the new year. So that's kind of goes in hand in hand. Like,
Well, what skill or hobby do y'all want to learn this year?
let's see. I mean, honestly, I just want to get more invested into my hobbies. Like, I love crafting and making things. I love foiling things and drawing stuff on my iPad. And I just want to make more time to do that stuff. So that's kind of, I've had that as a past resolution too, like just to get more hobbies.
Yeah.
So I kind of see how that's actually on the
Yeah.
list, because sometimes you can get so busy working that you forget to like have things that you just enjoy for the sake of enjoyment.
I gotta improve my pastry skills. I got a pastry at home book, so I'm gonna improve my pastry
Well,
skills.
I'd like to learn how to tattoo.
That I won't let you practice on
No,
me.
you are going to practice on me.
I like how that went silent really quickly. I was like, oh, before you even ask, I'm going to be like, not it.
No, if you were listening,
Finger to the nose, not it.
everyone is letting me practice. Also, it's a misdemeanor, so I needed you to sign a waiver. I don't have to get like certified or something.
Oh, okay.
Do you know, this is a random thing I know about because a friend of mine said she wanted to learn how to tattoo at one point in time. You can actually buy like fake skin to tattoo on, to learn to tattoo
I
on
sure
that
hope
texture.
so. What else are they gonna do? Dead bodies?
Well, I just have never thought about that before. Like, I just figured they draw and it's similar, but I didn't realize that they actually can fake tattoo on fake skin.
You can real tattoo on like a real pig.
That's
what?
so weird. Why?
Okay.
I think the fake skin thing's better than that. Why would you tattoo a pig?
Because they're hip.
Okay, you've looked into this too much. Continue.
Wow.
Continue with the list.
All right. So
please.
number 5 on the list, I feel like this is a really good one, is live life to the fullest.
Oh,
So that's just a very good positive one. I think it's well. I mean, the thing about that though is that it's not specific.
Yeah,
so
it's
again,
vague,
right.
It's very vague.
Very vague.
You can kind of be like, I made my resolution because I lived life to the
No,
fullest.
Resolutions, you have to be, I think, very specific.
Yeah, because that's fair.
to
It's
fulfill
different
them.
for everyone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I got to live life to the fullest by doing this.
Jumping into an airplane, going skiing off Mount Everest,
Right.
getting tattooed by someone who's never tattooed before.
Okay, so the last two, number 7 and number 8. Number 7 was quit smoking.
Oh,
I'm
that's
surprised that still makes the top 10.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I guess people still smoke.
My mom
Plenty of
does.
people still smoke.
Plenty of people still smoke, but
It's bad, guys.
it's bad. Just quit, guys.
Don't
Just
do
quit.
it. Don't do it.
So yeah, that's always a big one. And of course, then it goes in hand with number 6, which is save more money. And number 8 is spend more time with family and friends.
Oh, that's
Which-
a good one.
I feel like that's a good one, especially if you live far away from,
Yeah.
your family and you don't get to see them for the holidays. You're probably thinking New Year's resolution, spend more time with them. For me, I mean, I'd like to see my friends more often because I feel like I work so often I don't get to see people. So
I feel like
actually
I've
it'd be kinda
aced
nice.
everything you've said.
You've aced everything?
Everything.
All
Oh,
of
okay.
it.
All of
You've
it.
you've completed all of the 10 most common
Yes.
resolutions
Yes.
and you're done. All right. Well then,
Just joking.
what's your New Year's resolution this year?
Oh, well, okay. So I have 2. One is to wear more fake eyelashes.
okay.
okay.
I'm wearing them now. I know you can't see me because this is a podcast, but I've fallen in love and I ordered some purple ones.
They are beautiful.
So get excited, everyone.
Now, what's the brand?
Red Aspen.
Red Aspen?
So I've only bought like eyelashes from like Walgreens. I have had them like put on separately, and it like literally tore off my own eyelashes.
Oh my God,
eyelashes.
really?
Yeah. So I don't do that anymore. So I bought Red Aspen. I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. So it's great. I've worn these. This is the second time I've worn them. You could reuse them. The glue's simple. Like, I usually can put one on good, and the other one's like half fallen off. So these are actually good.
You've now put them on twice now that I've seen you, and you've said you've gotten them on straight both times.
Yeah.
And they do look great. I'm with you, though. I love the fake eyelashes. I had them done for my sister's wedding back in October for the first time, but they did the individual ones.
Yep.
And I was surprised at how affordable it was, and it was really great, and they lasted a few weeks. However, same thing that you were talking about. I felt like I ripped out like half of my eyelashes when trying to remove them. Like they say you can go to the store and get them removed, but like I don't know why they used like glue that basically seemed like concrete.
Yeah.
And why they attached them to my actual eyelashes.
I don't want that.
I would rather do the strips any day that you can just peel off. Like it was like a whole thing. I mean, they looked great, and I got so many compliments on them. They looked natural, but
it's hard to also wear eye makeup like eyeliner and mascara with those. So I got these, and the ones I have on today actually have like a pink glitter eyeliner effect.
Yes, they're very pretty.
So, and I'm getting some purple ones, I'm getting some normal ones. So I'm really excited about that because I have horrible eyelashes. Like they just stick straight out. And then I curl them and they just stick straight out. So that's number one. Number two is, as you can tell, I'm sick again for the 450th time on this podcast. So that's my New Year's resolution, is not to get sick again for the rest of the year.
I'm with you on that one.
And if I do, Jess or Trina have to kill me.
Well, we're hoping that doesn't happen in
I need
the
you
rest
to
of this
sign
year.
a contract in blood.
Nope.
I guess we'll just try to tattoo you ourselves. I'm sure that'll kill you right off.
Yeah.
It's sinuses, it's allergies, this freaking Tennessee weather, and I need to move.
No.
I'm moving.
Boycotting that. Well, my number one resolution now is to make sure that Lindsay doesn't move out of Tennessee.
Right.
I'm moving.
No. All right, Jess, what's your resolutions for the year?
Okay, so I have a couple, or I have three, really. I mentioned reading. I have bookshelves and bookshelves of books that I've bought and have not read.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
I figured you'd be like the buy the book and read it immediately kind of person.
No. I buy books and put them on the bookshelf. I go to McKay's, which is here in Tennessee. We have 3 locations, and it's a used bookstore where you can sometimes buy a book for like 5 cents, a used book. And yes, I have hundreds of books on my bookshelf that I've never read. So my New Year's resolution, I have a very specific thing, is to read 50 books from my bookshelf this year.
I think that's doable.
I think so too.
It's like one a week.
There's also some champagne specific books that I want to read this year that I've come across that I'd like to read and share with our listeners. I also want to use a bunch of the awesome KitchenAid equipment that I got this year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All
for
the
Christmas.
drinking, thinking cap recipes.
All the drinking, thinking cap recipes. I got some great like pastry books for Christmas. I got some great KitchenAid equipment that I want to use. I just used my double boiler. So I definitely want to do all of that great stuff this year so that I can share delicious desserts with all of my friends.
Yes, we need to eat more of those. My resolutions this year are starting with keeping Lindsay here.
Yes.
And the second one is to eat more of your recipes that you obviously should bring to us.
Yes,
since,
I will. That's another part of my resolution is to like when I bake them is to save them and bring them. So I'll do that. So what about you, Trina? What are your resolutions?
So besides those ones, obviously. I'm also going to steal the eyelash one now because that's genius.
Yeah, that is genius.
I've got the typical ones. I'm like for the 50th time in a row. I'm not actually that old, so I shouldn't say that. But I feel like it's that many times. I'm going to do the health one. I'm trying to get in shape, all that kind of stuff, and just make it a little bit more. I've focused a lot more on my career in the last few years, so now it's kind of like more about focusing on me. So I'm kind of going with that route.
And you talked me into that too. We joined the Y.
Yes,
I'm on keto.
Yes. We're all members of the Y.
Yay.
And then, kind of last one, actually, we were watching a movie the other day and they actually did like a Dolly Parton quote in it, which I loved. And it was, like whatever you do, like do it with intention. And I loved that. So it was like, you know, I struggle sometimes with like, what is it I'm going to do with my life kind of thing. And it's like, I feel like that's, you can get in your head and you can let people like make you think self-doubt on like what you should be doing or what you're good at, what your passions are. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it with intention. Like
Dolly
I
Parton
loved
for president.
Exactly. I loved that quote. I was like, I think that's my motto for the year is like, do it with intention and don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that you really are you know, you really want to do and you feel powerful, like you feel it in you, like you want to do it and it's for good. And like, obviously if you feel like you want to kill someone, like you shouldn't go do that.
No.
But you know what I mean? Like as far as
January.
like following your dreams and your passions, that kind of thing, like do it with intention, feel secure in it. And so I liked that. And that's kind of my motto for the year now.
I like
She's
it.
got a lot of good, you know, like thoughts on life.
Yeah. And I think in that case, it's like she was actually referring to like her personality, like the way she is, like her persona is
Yeah.
what she was actually kind of describing was like, if you're going to be the voluptuous kind of like Dolly, that is Dolly, do it with intention. I'm like, no, I'm taking it in a different direction, but I loved the quote and the meaning behind it. So, what are y'all, any other ones that you can think of?
Guys, this is not my New Year's resolution, but I heard this was a thing actually from Jess, and I don't know if it really exists.
What is it?
What is it?
Dry January.
Okay, yes, that is a thing.
It's a thing.
That actually, I'm surprised that didn't make the top list because there are a lot of people
I
who.
was too. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
You to say drink less.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do like again, it goes with being healthier. I think it just kind of lands in that whole let's get healthy for the new year.
Detox.
So a lot of people after the holidays, since they overindulge on like drinking, especially after New Year's, they probably wake up hungover and are like, I'm not drinking again.
Right. I mean, and literally, this starts with Thanksgiving all the way into December, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is when people drink and overindulge
And overeat and all that. So that's how they get healthy in the new year. But like so the dry January is like New Year's Day hits and you don't drink for all of January. Like, so it's not like giving up alcohol for the whole year, but it is kind of like a cutback. It's to be healthier. It kind of gives that kickstart. Cause that's a lot of people that it ruins them on diets is that they go drinking, then they drink, they get hungry, diet broken.
Yes.
So I get why someone would do that. It's kind of like building a 30-day habit to like eat better maybe without like, so that maybe when they're drunk later in the year, they still eat better.
So maybe this says a lot about me, but I don't feel like I drink more during the holidays than I do normally.
Okay, well,
Well,
You know?
I feel like actually now I actually feel like I drank less, but there was also like
Yeah.
some getting sick and I didn't really go to as many holiday parties,
Yeah.
but yeah.
yeah. Well, and I think some people do dry January at the beginning of the year just to also take a break from alcohol. Like maybe they've been drinking throughout the entire year. I mean, you have all the other crazy holidays throughout the year where you drink a lot, or they've just been drinking the entire year and they're like, I'm just going to take an entire month off.
That's true. And there's like no drinking holidays in January other than New Year's Eve, and that's technically
true.
December. So,
Yeah.
however, I would like to know like how many of these people who do dry January actually quit drinking right at midnight, because technically you're already in New Year's Day at
You're
that point.
wrong. There is a drinking holiday in January.
What is it?
Martin Luther King Day.
I don't think that's a drinking
It is.
holiday.
You have to cheers him.
Oh, cool. We can cheers him at any point in time. I mean, I think we should cheers to him like every day, not
Exactly.
just his day.
Yeah.
Every day's a drinking day.
But I don't think that that's necessarily a drinking holiday. It's not
No.
like Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July,
It's not
or
what you would think of a
like
typical drinking
New Year's
holiday.
Eve.
Well, anyway, if you're doing that whole dry January thing, getting healthy, not drinking, then one of our favorites who actually made it to the top 4-6 in the bubbly bracket was the Free Wines.
Yes, free wines.
And Free has a non-alcoholic champagne, so you can still enjoy that, but
Yeah.
stick to
Sensation.
your resolution.
It's a great brand to
Yeah.
follow, and just to look at. They post cocktails on their website and stuff. So it's like if you want to be social, if you're missing the social aspect of drinking with friends, you can still do that without the alcohol. It's really wonderful because that's actually Lindsay tried them last year when she was pregnant and obviously could not drink anything. So she could try like the Free Wines champagne. She could try the Free Wines wine, and it was just wine and champagne and had that texture and it had the same flavors, but it was just without the alcohol.
And the bubbles, right? It had
You
the
know?
bubbles.
Yeah, and definitely follow them on Instagram because they post mocktails all the time. Delicious, fun, great things for people who maybe don't or cannot drink alcohol for whatever reasons.
Yeah. So if you are doing, what is
And
it? No drink January?
Dry January.
Dry
Dry
January.
And, if you are like us and you're like, no, I have to have champagne, January, I can't like miss a month. There's other ways to use champagne.
There sure are. Hello, Lizzie, listener Lizzie, Glitter Glasses Journey. She submitted a story idea for us, which was great. So I actually never considered this, but another one of my resolutions is actually to kind of up my skincare game.
Ooh.
Right. Because I'm getting a little bit older in my early 30s, and I kind of just want to pay more attention to my skincare and everything like that. And so she actually submitted this article to us, and it's about using champagne in your skincare routine.
Does it leave you a nice glowing, bubbly, complexion?
Kind of. So she submitted this article to us, so I kind of looked into it a little bit more. So this is great if you just want to up your skincare game, or if you're doing dry January or anything, but you still love champagne, or you have some leftover champagne and you want to use this.
Right, because it doesn't matter if it's...
Right, it doesn't matter if it's flat champagne. So if you have some leftover champagne from New Year's that you haven't thrown out yet, you can still incorporate this flat champagne into this from what I've read. So let me just say that beauty benefits of champagne. Let me just let you know. So champagne has these antioxidants in it, which we all know is good for your skin. So it kind of detoxes your skin, which is something we all want to do at the beginning of the year and anytime, right?
Yes.
That's my version of detox. Drink more champagne and let my skin detox.
Right. So it's packed, I'm not going to pronounce this very well, but it's packed with polyphenols, which reduces redness and inflammation.
Huh.
Which usually alcohol, it's the opposite, right? Usually alcohol seems to make your skin more inflamed and red.
I wonder if that's the difference of you drinking it versus putting it on your skin.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because every time I spill champagne all over myself, my skin does not get red.
Right. Well,
Yeah, there you go. But when you drink it, sometimes I know certain alcohols. Yeah.
Right. Well, and so part of my updated skin regimen for the New Year's, I just went and bought some vitamin E vitamin E supplements to take for my skin. But I just read that champagne has 20 to 30 times more powerful than vitamin C and E.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Shake that up and just pop it all over your face.
Now that might be a little bit for drinking, but also for putting on your skin. It also contains tartaric acid, which helps balance out discoloration. So it's going to help balance out the brightness of your skin.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay, right?
Yeah, I have that.
And the carbon dioxide in champagne acts as a gentle exfoliator. So everyone, I'm going to do a little champagne DIY for all of you. I'm going to try out some experimentation. So I'm going to try out some little champagne skin scrub.
Ooh. I'm excited to hear about how that goes.
Yes. We would all like some.
Because I actually have not gotten an exfoliator. So I'm going to try out that. I'm also going to try out, I do get my hair colored, so I'm going to be careful with that. But they do say that you can mix champagne with a little bit of water and stuff and spray it on your hair, and it acts as a conditioner. You leave it on there for a little bit, and then you rinse it out and condition again. It's a really good conditioner.
Really?
Yes.
I would have not figured it would be a good conditioner. I would have thought the opposite.
It makes your hair sticky and stuff, right?
Yeah, sticky or just
Well, Jess is going to be your DIY guinea pig, okay?
Okay, well, I'm curious about this one.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to try out some face scrub. And they also say it's a really good bubble bath.
Really?
May we also...
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense because, it's bubbles in your bubble bath.
So I'm going to try out
bath.
a bubbly bubble bath.
Now, would you be, putting that in, a bath bomb or something? Or just,
No,
almost
you
making
kind
a
of
bath
mix
syrup?
out a bath syrup thing.
Okay.
So may we also suggest the Marilyn Monroe and just fill your bathtub with champagne?
I mean, you could
How
also
many
do
bottles
that.
does it take?
I was going to say, we tried this. We did this on trivia, last year. Was it, 360 something?
So you should try that as well.
Yeah.
So
just 360 bottles. That's all it takes.
So I'm going to try this out in the next week or so.
Okay.
I will write up some recipes for you guys that I've gotten. I'm going to try out a couple of videos for you guys.
Cool.
And we will discuss my results on the next episode.
We'll do like a resolution check-in.
Yeah,
I like that.
We're gonna do a resolution check-in. I'm doing some other skincare stuff, but I just want to try out some champagne stuff too and add it. I might even do like a lip scrub because I don't have a lip scrub, and since they say it's a good exfoliator, I don't have that, so I'm gonna just try this out.
Perfect.
I like that this is a great use for like leftover champagne. Not that we ever have very much leftover champagne,
right.
but you know, sometimes if you're on your like 5th bottle, you know, I'm just kidding.
I
if you're at like a party or something like that, like sometimes there is leftover like in the bottom of the bottle. Like I like that you can use that for something.
Right.
It's
But
kinda
I
unique.
think this is just like a kind of interesting way we drink it, we bake with it, but I'm going to try this out and see how it rolls. DIY beauty.
Nice.
So all you dry Januarians, if you still need to get your champagne fix, stay tuned for ways to use it in your beauty regimen.
There you go. All right, so we have something big coming up.
Oh my God, what is it? Tell me, I can't wait.
What is it?
It is almost our 1-year anniversary for the podcast.
Shut up.
What was that? Was that your excited voice? 'Cause that's really weird.
I'm excited.
So no, I share in your excitement. I am super, super excited as well. I feel like you need to get like the gold eyelashes now for our 1-year anniversary show, so that you can be like all like golden and champagned on your eyes.
We should all do that.
But yeah, so how crazy is it that it's been a year since we started this?
We've been doing this for a year. Thank you for following, listening, supporting us.
Yeah, thank you guys. That's kind of amazing. Like that, like it started kind of as a, hey, let's start a podcast on New Year's Eve, and then a month later we had a podcast, and then it turned into like so much more. Like it's turned into its own. Like it has a life of its own. It's a thing. It's a living, breathing thing.
I mean, can I just say that I started out initially as a listener, so which was just fun to just like listen to the first couple of episodes. So like this is just exciting to celebrate like 1 year as like a listener / now co-host.
Yeah, I mean this has just been exciting. Like overall, like this lasted this long.
Yeah.
And it's growing. You know?
Oh yeah, girl, we growing.
That's great, right? I mean, we won we almost won an award. We got 2nd place in like Best of Nashville. Like that
We did win. We did win.
That is an award. It's like 2nd place
we
award,
did
but you know what I
win.
mean. But still, it's just like it's awesome that it's like it's turned into this whole big
That
thing.
is also the equivalent to 2nd place in the universe.
That's correct.
We won a Nashville award, which is a big deal.
That is true. That I shouldn't downplay that. That's pretty awesome.
And we're
Like,
only
Nashville's
going up from
huge.
here.
That's right. Next time we're gonna like take over the whole world.
So how are we going to celebrate, y'all?
We are going to actually do a live broadcast on Facebook. And if we can figure out how to multicast, maybe even Instagram.
Yeah.
But if we can figure that out, you know, I feel like that's on me and Marshall right now. But if we can do that, we're going to multicast. But at least on Facebook, we are going to do a Facebook Live Q&A and just like us talking to all of our fans, our friends, our audience, whatever.
Because we've had so many people ask, how do you do a podcast? Where do you do it? So we're going to show you the studio. We're going to show you the production equipment.
What we look like.
It's a lot of work. We're not just talking into speakers. Like we have a legitimate production company that produces all of our podcasts, Second Sound Productions. We actually are real people with real faces and real hair and real makeup and real eyelashes. And we're going to show you all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is going to take place on February 2nd.
Groundhog's Day.
That's right. Groundhog's Day. It's going to be on a Saturday. So all of you workers, you don't have to worry about missing it on a weekday. It's going to be on a Saturday in between normal brunch time. So you can brunch in the morning. You can eat lunch afterwards.
Yeah.
You can sip some champagne while you are in the comfort of your home.
Mr. Groundhog may be joining us.
Maybe.
We will see if he sees a shadow or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might have a cat dressed up as a groundhog. Who knows?
Yeah. We might
will
do all
have
of that.
Something to represent a groundhog. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
So we're planning on that taking place at 11 a.m. Central Time.
That's right. Central Time. This will be announced on Facebook. We'll have some reminders going out so that everyone can stay tuned for it. And we'll probably post up like a little event on Facebook just so that everyone can RSVP and get a reminder about it coming up. But it will take place online, so you don't have to worry about coming to us or anything like that. Like I said, you can sit at home, drink your favorite bottle of champagne, talk to us, ask questions.
No matter where you are
Yes.
in the country, in the world,
Yeah.
you can brunch with us, you can champagne with us, and you can just like hang out with us for our 1-year anniversary.
That is right. So,
Yeah, and if there's anything you want to be sure we answer or
Talk about.
DM us.
submit some questions to us and we'll talk about all the things. So we'll probably even share some of our favorite champagnes that day. We're going to be drinking while we're talking to you guys and have some little treats. We're going to talk Jess into making us some treats for the Drinking Thinking Cap.
Y'all know I'm going to make an anniversary cake.
I think we've even got some surprise treats coming for us. So yeah, we're excited. Again, we'll be posting that online as a reminder and to promote it a little bit. But if you're hearing it first here, it's going to be on February 2nd. And this is the 1-year anniversary live video question-a-thon with the Champagne Way.
Heck yeah. Be sure, if you don't follow us already, Facebook and Instagram, you're not going to want to miss this.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. So, Jess,
Yes.
does it give you any ideas for your drinking thinking cap?
Well, y'all know it does.
Yes.
Oh, look. If you're dry January in it, good for you.
Well, we're not.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Trina's wasted.
No.
God bless. Good for you.
Trina, put your shirt back on.
I look, dry January, I raise a glass to you. I ain't doing that. So
Wait, taking off your shirt or just dry Januarying it?
Both.
all the above.
All the above.
So it is actually starting to be award season for me and
Oh my
for all
God.
of us.
Where's my award?
Where's my award? We all deserve awards.
And when I say this, I'm sorry. As we're recording, I'm actually preparing for my Golden Globes party tonight. When I say mine, I don't mean mine. I mean a Golden Globes party I'm attending. But I always bring dessert and champagne. Golden Globes is the start that will eventually lead into the Academy Awards, which I have to pay attention to because I won money last year. If you listened to the podcast last year, I think it was actually the very first one I was on. I talked about the Oscars party and the Oscars bracket that I did.
Okay, so
So-
Jess, I have a question before you get started.
Yes.
So there's all these award shows, Golden Globes, Oscars, Emmys.
BAFTA,
Grammys.
etc.
Yeah. So what's the difference between them?
Okay, look. Golden Globes right now, that's a mixture, the movies, the TV shows. But you really want to pay attention to the movies because that's what's going to lead you into the Academy Awards.
Okay. And that's the biggest.
That's the biggest one. Now, the BAFTAs, that's the British Awards. That's also
Baptist?
BAFTAs, British Academy.
Like the religion?
No, that's the British.
No, but that's what it's called. Like my-
BAFTA, BAFTA.
Okay.
Film.
Okay.
That's the F is for the film.
Okay. Different.
The Emmys are in the fall.
And that's TV.
TV, right?
That's TV.
It's like soap operas.
So the Golden Globes are a mixture of film and TV. That is what is at the beginning of January.
Now, so you've done a lot of parties with the people on like these award shows. So
Yes.
do y'all actually like get dressed up and then you do themed foods and then
Yeah.
themed drinks and all that, and then and then you do the awards brackets.
Yes.
I feel like we need to do like a whole either blog or episode devoted to her just explaining to us
Yes.
all of the award shows and how to do brackets for them.
Now, normally we just do awards brackets for like the Academy Award, Oscars, because that's the biggest one. So like Golden Globes is kind of just like fun. Like, so I actually haven't seen a lot of the movies and TV shows that are nominated for Golden Globes, because so Golden Globes are kind of the prelims. So I'm going to go and see what's winning for Golden Globes, and then I will pretty much go and see those movies and listen to a bunch of podcasts and read a bunch of articles to see what people think about that. And that is pretty much how I won
So
the
yeah.
Oscar Academy
You win
Award
that
bracket.
money.
But yeah.
Okay, so what are a couple films or TV shows nominated?
Well, I know Vice is a movie that was nominated, I think, in the comedy musical.
My husband saw that
bracket.
yesterday.
Yes.
He said it was good.
Mary Poppins was also nominated.
Yes. Emily Blunt.
I
I will
watched
marry
that.
you.
Black
And your husband.
Black Panther was nominated.
Yes.
That one was so
That
good.
was now Golden Globes are nominated or divided up into two different categories. It's drama and then it's musical comedy. Oscar Academy Award is just one straight best film.
So is Black Panther a drama or a musical comedy?
It's a drama.
Okay.
It's a drama.
I'm like, I assume drama because but there were funny moments in it, but I would go for
I
drama.
wouldn't really classify it as
Musical
a drama
comedy.
either.
Yeah.
So okay.
More like an action drama.
So I haven't seen any of these things, so I don't know.
You haven't seen Black Panther?
No.
What?
Because I knew it was probably going to be nominated for an Oscar.
Gee, but how did you go this long without watching
I'm waiting.
Black Panther?
I'm waiting. Look,
oh
okay.
my God.
You're
Anyway,
fired.
okay.
You are
I'm
fired.
waiting. I'm waiting for award season, okay?
Whoa.
That's the whole thing for Drink and Think and Cap. Anyway, Drink and Think and Cap. It's award season. I'm getting ready.
Wait, okay, so which is the one that you do the whole movie theater-a-thon thing for?
The Oscars.
The Oscars. Okay.
So that's building up to this. So
Okay.
the Oscars, they will at the end of January, they will get their. Everybody will vote.
Mm-hmm.
The Academy members will vote and whatever, and so then the nominations will come out, and then Best Picture. I think it can be up to 10 Best Picture nominations now.
Okay.
So just like my fiance and I did last year, we will go see the best nominated picture films.
Fish porn.
Fish porn.
You know,
God bless.
this year, Lindsay and I are going to sign up to do the same thing that y'all do, and then we're just going to sit one row back and like heckle the whole
champagne.
time with champagne, because that theater allows drinking.
Y'all know. No. Y'all know I'm going to sneak champagne bottles in this year.
We're going to be those people.
Y'all know I'm going to sneak champagne
We're
bottles.
going to get kicked out. That's our resolution, is
Yeah.
to get kicked out.
Amen.
Okay.
New plan.
So.
All right, sorry, we like went off on a whole different tangent, but yes, drink it, thinking cap.
We're getting anyway. The
Yeah.
whole point is we're getting ready for awards season.
Yes.
I'm getting ready for a big award season. So if you have an award show party that you're planning, if you want to do a fancy Super Bowl dessert, or if you just are having a girls' night in, this recipe is for you. Champagne truffles, but a lot easier than rolling little champagne truffle balls. Okay.
I like square truffles.
Yes, I'm doing square truffles. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so listen. You like mix your chocolate, you mix your heavy cream, you mix a little pinch of salt, okay? You mix it over a double boiler, which I got for Christmas. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Or you put a glass bowl over a pan of boiling water and mix it all up, okay? And then you mix in some champagne. I will tell you the exact amount and the recipe. It's a third a cup, but there you go. And then I did a little bit of my Prosecco extract, and for a little bit of raspberry flavoring, I did some Chambord.
So it's like raspberry champagne.
It's raspberry champagne. Okay. I mixed it up, and there you go. And guess what? This is how you make it so much easier on yourself. You put it in a loaf pan. Put it in the loaf pan.
Nice.
And then you put it in the fridge overnight. And then you take it out of the fridge. You take a hot knife. You do it around. You take it out. You square it off. You cut it up. You dust it in the cocoa powder. There you go.
That sounds delicious.
You cut it up into squares. The end.
That sounds delicious. I want to eat those now. So it's not it's a solid truffle then, like it's like
it's just right because you take the whole thing out of a loaf pan and then you cut it into squares and then you dust those individual squares in the cocoa powder and there's your truffles.
That sounds so good. Now, are they like chewy truffles then?
No, they're pretty like smooth truffles.
Pretty smooth truffles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to try those.
Yeah, so they're really like just simple. I mean, it was very simple to do the first part, and then you put it in the loaf pan, and then so it's like a two-day process because you want to leave it overnight to like harden up in the fridge. But it's just a very simple thing, and anytime you need to make some quick champagne truffles, forget rolling them by palm, which when you have to roll chocolate in your palm, it like heats up and stuff and it makes a mess and it's just so difficult. I'm going to go the loaf pan method. Square truffles are so beautiful. Do that from now on.
Is the key the warm knife to kind of get them out of the pan?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, and you want to do a parchment paper sling. That's what you do so that you can lift them easily out of the loaf pan.
Nice.
So that's what you do. We're gonna have full instructions on our blog and everything like that.
So Jess, I need you to get on keto because I made chocolate chip cookie dough fat bombs.
I don't know what that is.
They're very messy, and I need you.
Can you put champagne in them?
Oh yeah, because you can have champagne on keto.
Well, we'll figure that out for the keto.
But you don't cook it.
You don't
It's
cook
a
it.
non-cooked dessert fat bomb.
Oh, these truffles aren't cooked. You just put them in the fridge.
They're melted and then put in the fridge.
Yeah, you
Yeah, okay.
melted the chocolate and you put it in the fridge. You heat it up, but you don't bake it.
All right, you don't heat anything up in this.
Oh,
No.
we'll figure it out. We'll do a keto recipe for people.
Yeah.
Keto champagne recipe for Lindsay.
We're just gonna put champagne in shot glasses, and you go shot, 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 shot.
We're gonna
shot,
figure this
shot,
out.
Shot, shot.
So that's
Well,
drinking thinking cap for the awards season.
I like that. That's fancy.
Fancy.
We're getting fancy in 2019.
Fancy.
Fancy. I expect those
Don't
to be
let
at
me
our 1 year
down.
anniversary now.
They'll be there.
I want
Don't
that.
let me down.
Alrighty, so what are we drinking about for our first drink about it in 2019?
I'm drinking because it's football playoff season.
Obviously, you love it, right?
Oh my god, my favorite
No, I can tell.
ish thing
Like-
to hate in the whole world.
It's accurate.
Yeah, so it's just awful, y'all. Like I told my husband the other day, I'm like, let's think about the pros of a zombie apocalypse. The pro is that there would be no football. We would have to watch.
That actually is a good pro. I mean,
So-
now does that mean you'd have no electricity, no cable?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have to watch that crap.
Okay.
What do you say to that?
He said, well, at least you're looking on the brighter side of things.
I feel like your brighter side and his negative side is,
Well,
but that is pretty funny. So zombie
so-
apocalypse pro for you. Yes.
yeah, pro, as y'all have read my blog, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
And your method of survival of climbing a pole.
and we're really good at it. Well, I was.
So,
So, yeah. So, how do I get out of this, y'all?
I don't know, but if anyone else has any ideas, you should submit those to
Yeah,
Lindsay.
let me know because I need to, not watch this mess.
You can reach her at Lindsay at thechampagneway.com.
Give me all your tips. I know that you have husbands, boyfriends, or vice versa, girlfriends, wives that love this mess. And you're like, why do I have to keep watching this nonsense?
I mean, you got a month left.
And I get yelled at for watching 2 hours of The Bachelor every week,
Okay, so I feel like that should be like a fairly decent trade.
which
like,
starts tomorrow night.
so, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like that's a decent
And
trade.
there's a
Like, if
virgin.
You should.
He's a virgin. NFL player.
Whoa, that's. I feel like did he take a polygraph to prove that?
Oh my God, I'm also drinking about it because my favorite reality show is coming on television. It was one of the first reality shows ever. And it was amazing, amazing, amazing. And it's coming back to TV.
What is it? Is it Real World or Road Rules?
No.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people who listen to this podcast might relate to that being like what we thought was the
It was
original
like-
reality TV.
It
I'm
was.
just
Well,
saying.
it was. But like the dating TV.
The original dating one.
Yeah.
Oh God, is it the island?
Yes!
Oh my God, what is it called?
Yeah.
Like Paradise Island or something? No,
Forbidden
that's
Island, Paradise Island. Anyway, so
Oh my
like,
God.
if you and your significant other are having issues,
Temptation Island.
Yes,
Sorry.
Temptation Island. Yes, that's it.
I was trying to remember it.
Okay.
Okay.
So it previewed about the same time as The Bachelor, but it was so much better. But for some reason, it got canceled. So you're already in a relationship, and you and your partner are not. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you're doing good, but not great. Whatevs. They put you on an island with a bunch of single people, and then you go on dates with them, and then they send that footage to your significant other, and then they take that as permission to do all kinds of stuff, and it's just a crazy mess, and it's amazing.
I
That
feel like it's
sounds
just, like,
horrible.
Horrible. That's like a way to make
Right.
people like cheat on each other.
If you're on it, but if you're watching, it's amazing.
Oh my God. I know why that show got canceled because it was a bad idea.
No, it's the best idea ever.
I mean, I will admit though, I did watch it at one point in time. So there was probably some sort of like TV
because you
like
can
appeal.
because a lot of times like what happens is like the people start getting cozy, and then like the girl who's in a relationship is like, no, I can't, I'm in love with this other person, but they don't show that to the other person. They only showed the first part of them, like maybe the guy crawling up on the girl.
Wait.
And so then the guy thinks, oh my God, she cheated on me.
Cheated.
So then he goes and has sex
No.
with somebody else.
Oh.
And then it just falls apart. It's amazing.
So wait, you're telling me, of
like-
course, the producers dictate
Yeah,
all the footage that they show, so they basically fork up people's lives.
Yeah, in
But
relationships.
that
Granted, though, if you go
person-
on the show, like I feel like you're already like in a questionable relationship.
Yes.
Like you have to go into it knowing like how wow, like we're pretty much gonna we need to be like broken up for this. Like,
Yeah, what kind of relationship people go on here?
Not good. And they also get to choose whether they watch it or not.
wow.
I don't know about this.
Anyway, Trina and I signed you and your fiance up.
I had nothing to do with that, but I kind of want to do that now, though, just because you're the only one not legally bound yet.
It's true.
So,
We're not married yet.
So,
All right, well, let's go see
Temptation
how
Island.
this rolls.
Oh, but see, now we've told you what it's about. So y'all, and you know the producers are going to mess with you. So you could totally play this to like win like probably a lot of money or
And
something.
you're going to be on an island.
Oh, wait. Do you win money?
Probably.
Probably. I mean, it's a
Wait.
show. You have to win something.
Look this up and see if you win money.
And it's a
She's like, wait a minute, we will go on this.
You can at
Because-
least like hang out. They'll pay your bills, and you get to drink all the champagne and have the
Because
sunshine.
look and listen. If you win money on this business, look it up. I'll be all like ridiculous for the producers, and I'll be like, I don't know if I want to marry this man. I don't know. I might be interested in someone else. I don't know. Let me see. I'm very flirtatious.
She's got her hand on her face. She's really playing it up for the camera already.
and then we'll go on it, and I'll go on a date with some dude, and I'll be like, no, goodbye.
Okay, Temptation.
No.
Jess.
No.
Where are you from with that accent?
She's a Southern Belle.
Is that what that was? I thought it was a Valley girl from California.
A Southern Valley girl.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Okay, maybe we should have done this like 3 drinks ago.
Darling, I don't know about that.
Darling, like, I don't know.
Look, I can be like Blanche from the Golden Girls.
That is nothing. If you were like Blanche from the Golden Girls, you would have a better Southern accent. You would just show your vagina to every guy you saw.
I'm gonna die over here.
Look, they don't know. Look, I can be a Nashville weirdo hybrid person. Those
Okay.
Temptation Island people would eat
You
that
got it.
up.
You got it, girl.
All right. Well, I want to know what Will's
If-
character would
hey,
be now.
Hey, if they want to give us money to buy a house, I will play
Hell
any
yeah.
character, whatever.
Okay, what would Will be? What would Will's character be? Will is Jess's
All right,
fiance.
like you gotta like someone in the relationship has to be like the questionable like a-hole.
oh,
He could be
like,
that.
like the ones like he would have to because like there's gotta be one person in the
I
relationship
can be naive
that
and
they've gotta kind
sweet.
of like love, but they might have
I'll
to
be
kind of
naive
hate.
and sweet. I'll be naive and sweet, right?
and he'll be.
Oh.
The
I can be naive and
asshole.
sweet, and he can be the asshole.
He has to like grow like an evil mustache.
Well, he just shaved a little bit today, but like he can
Grow it out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Done. Call him
Done.
up, guys.
Let's make this happen.
Producer Marshall, call him up. We're doing this.
This is happening.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm drinking about the fact y'all are gonna laugh about this one, but I'm drinking about the fact that it is now like what 5 days into the year, 6 days into the year. I haven't even like caught up to what day it is because both Marshall and I have been sick nonstop this entire year so far. So my drink about it sucks. Like I got like we went to New York. It was wonderful. It was amazing. We talked about it on the last podcast. Like it was so great. And then immediately came back and I caught a cold. So it's like a chest cold. It was like I was hacking. It was all that kind of crap. And I started to feel better, but I was still a little hacky. And then so we were like, yes, so we're going to go out on New Year's Eve. Like my whole goal was to feel good enough to go out on New Year's Eve. So we were like going to go out. We were doing this party bus thing that some friends invited us on. And we go to dinner beforehand. We get on the bus and it's like an hour or two into the bus ride, and Marshall's got this look on his face like, I don't feel well. He needs to sit down. And we're like, okay, well, what's wrong? You know? And he's like, I don't know, maybe motion sickness. And I'm like, let's keep in mind, he is a touring musician. So he's on a bus a lot, like a tour bus. But like, I was trying to like think, okay, well, at least it's like the windows are open. Like you can see out, not windows open, but like you can see out the windows. So it's like, maybe it's all in motion and you can see out the windows because he's getting really like, he's not feeling well at all. And then we were like, maybe it's dinner or it's food poisoning or something because we did eat the same things, but I was feeling fine. But he had a couple things different. Anyways, long story short, he had a virus that lasted like a couple days. And basically we were up for like 8 hours straight of him getting sick. And we like had to leave the bus at like midnight, like right before midnight and catch like a Lyft or Uber home. and Lindsay and Jay were with us, and for them, we kind of ruined their New Year's Eve.
No, it was fun.
And
you were in this Uber Lyft like while the fireworks were going off at midnight in our city.
Yeah, like pretty much like they finally stopped the bus. Like we were trying to ask off around 11 and they wouldn't let us off at that time. I think it probably, in the bus driver's credit, probably was like, okay, drunk person, not realizing like he had one drink. He wasn't drunk. He was just legitimately like, I don't feel good, I need to get off this bus. And so they stopped right at about midnight, and that's when we ordered like an Uber or Lyft, which kind of was nice. We didn't have as bad surge pricing, although we had to tip the guy very well because Marshall had him pull over on the interstate to get sick.
And my husband was passed out in the very front seat.
And Lindsay was giddy in the back seat. It was hilarious.
It was so funny.
Hilarious, other than the part where Marshall's puking out the side of the car on the interstate.
I laughed so hard I peed all over myself.
True, but not true, but kind of true.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. But
happens a lot.
It was just like we were trying to get him home as fast as possible, and basically then stayed up for the next several hours getting sick. And then
poor Marshall.
Like 3 days later, or 2.5 days later, I get the same thing. So that's when we realized, okay, it wasn't food poisoning, it wasn't motion sickness, it was a virus. Because then I got it for a few days, and I was still trying to recover from my cold, probably because I didn't take medicine for like a couple days after the New Year because I was like doting on him and worried I was going to get sick too. And then I ended up getting the same virus. So like we ate like our first legit meal like yesterday for dinner. That's been our New Year's. We're actually going to redo our New Year's Eve tonight because of the fact that we didn't have a New Year's Eve. We're going to try to find the ball drop like online somewhere and have our own little toast, probably not at midnight, but like 9 p.m. and 7 o'clock at night. But yeah, like we didn't get a New Year's. We want a do-over.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well,
so
if you can
deserve one.
If you can see the CNN feed with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen, I highly recommend it because Anderson Cooper was drunk AF and it was hilarious.
If it's on Hulu, I'm going to find it.
Because that is what Will and I did, was eat sushi and drink a magnum of La Marca Prosecco and watch the CNN feed, and it was just drunk. Anderson Cooper was amazing.
Well, we're going to try to find that tonight because we need to redo on our New Year's Eve. And going into 2019, I do not want to get sick for the rest of the year. I feel like we've managed to. That's both of our New Year's Eves there.
I mean, I
because
take that too.
Okay.
Like I feel like we've gotten it all out of our systems at this point in time. Like the rest of our 2019 just needs to be no sickness whatsoever.
Okay. If I get sick again before the end of the year, you need to put me down.
No,
Nobody's putting anybody
Nobody's putting anyone down.
No, I need blood signatures.
We're just gonna dose you with champagne and garlic because isn't garlic supposed to be good for you?
I ate so
Probably.
much garlic yesterday, it did not work.
Although we ate Italian on New Year's Eve before Marshall got sick.
We had a chicken sandwich.
And chicken parmesan. We had Italian.
Where'd you go?
Oh, to Gondola House in Hermitage, which is so good if you live in Nashville.
I kept calling it Gorgonzola House, but I feel like
It's
it
the best
equates.
chicken.
I go to Gorgonzola House.
I mean, I'm like, chicken sandwich, bleh. But they had the best chicken sandwich
It really
ever.
was a really good chicken sandwich.
It's
That's
they
why I was
have
like,
a
no,
garlic
it can't be
aioli
sick.
with some spinach on it. It's
Sounds
like
good.
legit.
It was so good. You know, I enjoyed it. Marshall later on probably doesn't ever want to eat there again. I feel like after you get sick somewhere
Yeah.
on their food, like you can't do that. You can't,
Yeah,
whether it's
you
their fault or
can't.
not, bad timing or what, like
Still hard for me to drink tequila.
and that has to go down as like the worst timing ever for like any kind of virus or stomach bug to ever
On
hit
New
you.
Year's.
New Year's Eve on a bus in Nashville. Or like only worst thing I could think would be like maybe like on your wedding day and it hits you like while you're at the altar.
You throw up in her mouth as she goes to kiss you.
Oh my god!
You know, I'm just trying to think of like what's the other worst case scenarios of like bad timing for like a stomach virus or like a virus in general or like food poisoning to hit you, because those things can hit and they hit suddenly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the worst thing you've ever thrown up? Sushi. It is so horrible.
See, I was gonna go with Taco Bell because I've gotten food poisoning from them twice.
Oh,
Mine wasn't food poisoning. I just drank too much, and then I threw up the sushi, and it was like seaweed and chunks of rice
Oh
and
God,
fish.
no,
don't know.
no.
I
Mine
don't-
was Taco Bell probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was something
Anyway,
bad.
what was yours? We would like to know.
No, we don't actually. Do not tell us. I don't want to know about what any of you have yacked up.
I want to know.
All right. Any
Pictures, if you please.
Oh, my.
Any more drink about it? You got to drink about it? Let's drink about it.
My drink about it is going back to work after 11 days off. Is the pits.
Oh, that is the poops.
It was just really bad. It would have been even worse if it was a full week, but it was just a Wednesday, so I only had 3 days there. But we're a little bit shorthanded at the office right now, and I felt like I was doing someone else's job, and I was at work 45 minutes after we closed basically on Friday.
Dang.
And I was just not happy, and I got assigned homework by my boss over the weekend.
Ugh.
I got assigned to read like a 200-page book.
Oh.
How is it? Is it amazing? But
No.
And boo.
That's not one of the books I wanted to read as part of my New Year's resolution, okay? So it was just like a full-on like, not easing back into work after Christmas vacation.
Yeah. Oh, it never is.
2018, Lindsay was such a horrible person, and she set 3 trials this past week on a 3-day week.
That was not smart of her.
No, it was not.
2018 Lindsay was just mean to you.
2018 Lindsay is dead now. I've killed her.
Yeah.
I was about to say mine. My work week was a little bit lighter, but that's because like I spent the first day back at work working from home because Marshall was sick, and we weren't sure if I was contagious. But then I felt fine, so then I went to work finally on Thursday, and then it was halfway through Thursday after I ate like for the first time like something that wasn't soup. And I was sitting like after we had our work meeting, and we had this like 2-hour comeback to the new year and like let's plan ahead kind of meeting. And like I went back over to the main office after that meeting, and I was like, that breakfast burrito is like not sitting right. Like it's not sitting right well at all. And like I tried to sit there for like almost 2 hours, and I was like, I feel horrible. I'm starting to get sweaty. I'm trying to like I was just feeling like no. I texted Marshall like twice. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna last the full day. And then about that point in time, I was just like, I looked at my coworker and I was like, I'm gonna finish this last post on Facebook, and then I'm gonna leave. And she just kind of looked at me, and she was like, okay. I was like, I don't feel well. That's all I could say. I was like, lunch isn't sitting well. I don't know what's wrong. I got to go. Shortly after that, I went and yacked in a trash can.
That's
there you go.
And then I was
There
like,
you go.
especially when you
yeah,
have to
no, I
drive
really
home.
need to leave now. And so then I texted them when I got back home, and they were like, hey, are you feeling better? Like coming back, like was it in my head or anything like that? And I was like, they didn't ask that, but I was probably like thinking that. And I was like, I just wrote them back. I was like, yeah, no, you should definitely go in tomorrow and sanitize everything I touched. Cause clearly I was still contagious. Like, and I was like, no, you should go Clorox everything.
That's the worst, especially
Everything.
when you live like a pretty good distance, like interstate wise home from work.
Oh, I didn't know if I was going to make it home
Yeah.
from work. Like, I'm pretty sure I called both my sisters, and told them I was dying. So
You probably
Yeah.
were, bless your
like,
heart.
I think I was doing that as a distraction because I thought
Yeah.
like if I didn't like distract myself, I was going to end up pulling over on the side of the road and getting sick again.
Yeah.
And I was trying as much as I could just to make it home. And I was like, oh God, nope. I'm going to yak on the side of the road.
When
Like,
I was pregnant, I projectile vomited while driving down the interstate. There's nothing you can do. You can't pull over because I was like trying to get home fast. I was in like the far left lane. Like it is just miserable. Throw up. Close your eyes. Hope you don't die.
damn.
Wow.
So I feel like that's probably what you were. You were like, because you just want to get home because
Yeah.
you need to lay down.
Can't wait to
Yeah.
get pregnant.
That's
Yeah, it's amazing.
Last time I had the flu, it was like that. It hit me while I was at work, and I was like, I don't feel good. And I started to like leave and go head home. And the whole drive home, I was just like I almost cried by the time I got home. I was just like, oh my God, I feel so horrible. And I ran inside the house and I again puked everywhere.
It is the worst
The worst.
feeling.
So
Well,
yay!
Don't
for
start
that.
off your New Year's like that.
Yeah, and yeah, let's all drink about the fact that hopefully the rest of our 2019 will get great.
And let's drink about a 1 year, guys.
That's right. It can only get better from here. It only goes up from here. So yay!
Yay.
What we may or may not talk about on the next episode. Will Lindsay get sick again, or will we have to put her down? A big resounding no.
No.
But if I get sick, you better.
No.
Yes.
No. Will Lindsay survive the rest of the football season?
No.
Please submit your recommendations on how she can survive to lindsay@thechampagneway.com. And will I get sick again? I hope not. Jeez, I don't
And
want
we'll
to.
just make us all the yummy, yummy goodies for award season.
And all
That's
the beauty
right.
benefits.
Yeah.
That's right. Will Jess's skin start glowing like champagne and become all sorts of golden? Or will it turn her skin into some sort of weird Jersey spray tan? I don't know.
Can't wait
Find
to
out, maybe, on the next episode of The Champagne Way.
Woo! Thank you all for listening. Please rate, subscribe, and follow. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on SoundCloud.
Spotify and Google Podcasts.
And we're working on iHeartRadio.
Yes, we are.
So love us, rate us, subscribe. And
share us with a friend.
Yeah,
Please.
tell everyone about it.
Yes.
Also, we have a couple more calendars we're giving away. And so if you've not signed up on our website. We will get you one. If there are any left, be sure to hurry and do that.
Happy New Year to everybody listening. And thank you to Marshall, our producer, and the Second Sound for putting up with us and recording us and editing us, because this one's going to be a long one.